Hi, I'm Jesse Hilbert.
Hi, I'm Charlie Herbert.
And welcome
to Arthropod
Adventures.
Adventure.
This is Season
2,
2, Episode
9.
The Not-So-Flying Fish.
You forgot to say 9.
9, The Not-So-Flying Fish. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Charlie. Today's arthropod can be found in the night sky in the summertime, usually late spring, early summer. It's got really big wings. Remember we saw one?
Where?
When we were camping? Remember you called it the huge arthropod? So it's got 2 big wings and it's got some fluffy looking antennas. Can you guess what it is?
Can you guess what it is? Beyonce.
Okay.
Okay.
Today's episode, Charlie, brings us to the world of the summer fish fly. Can you say that?
Summer fish fly, and they always fly around.
They do fly around. Now, we recently saw one of these for the first time while we were camping together as a family.
At Black Rock State.
At Black Rock State Park. And Charlie called it a huge arthropod. And you know what, Charlie? You wouldn't be wrong because the adult can grow to almost 2 inches in length.
Like this tall.
Yeah, it's pretty big, right?
Like this tall.
Yeah. And they have a pretty impressive set of wings that make them appear even longer. Now, Charlie, they belong to the order Megaloptera. You want to try that? Megaloptera.
Megaloptera.
Which includes other insects such as Dobson flies and alder flies.
Alder flies really are dead.
I mean, some. The name Megaloptera comes from 2 Greek words meaning large and ptera, or terra, not pronounce a P, meaning wings.
They pee and they poop in the toilet.
Well, you know what? You know what's funny? When they're adults, the summer fish fly does not go to the bathroom.
Why?
Because it doesn't really eat, so it doesn't need to.
I go to the bathroom like poop.
No, everybody, lots of things poop. But I don't like that saying everybody poops, because not everything poops, right? No. Now, when you see one of these, you will be impressed with their wings, which they fold neatly over their bodies. Now, Charlie, the scientific name for our specific fish fly is Chaliotis?
Bombus paleoca.
No.
What was that for?
That was the Arctic bumblebee. Chaliotis pecticornis. It's a hard one. Another huge shout out to Michael Steffen at Tata Nymphs for his help. That's the guy who helps us. He helped us with the etymology for this one. So if you have not checked out his Instagram page or bought the book yet, do yourself a favor and go check out Tata Nymphs.
And don't.
Now it's genus.
Show you stoat notes.
Yeah, you always look at the show notes. Now its genus Chalotes is a Greek origin and means possessing prominent teeth, or another definition I found was remarkable teeth. And according to the additional research Michael helped with, this genus was not used until very recently to describe the fish flies.
We also found a spider in the pool that had a lot of babies on his back.
We did. They could see all those pictures on our Instagram. Arthropod_adventures_podcast.
Who listened to it?
I don't know. We'll see. So, Charlie, Michael learned that this genus was not used until recently and that it actually means protruding or outstanding teeth, meaning that they protrude or come out of the animal. Now, there's not...
fart.
No, they don't fart. Now, they don't mean real teeth.
Why do they not fart?
I don't know. Because they don't really eat as adults. Now, its species name, or its specific name, Pectinicornis, refers to comb horns. Pecten is Latin for comb, and cornu is Latin for horn. This refers directly to the antennas of the fish fly.
Yeah.
Yep, that does indeed resemble a comb. And Michael went as far as to pull our dear friend Linnaeus' original description of the animal and translated the Latin for us, and and it did have a comment about the comb-like antenna. Thank you cannot do it justice, all the help that Michael has done. Can you say thank you?
Thank you, Michael.
Now,
thank you for your help.
Yeah. So, the summer fish fly, in a minute, the summer fish fly was first described by our dear old friend Linnaeus, who described it in his Centuria Insectorum. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, so bear with me as I delve into this controversy. The Centuria insectorum was actually a thesis that was defended by Linnaeus' student, Boas Johannesson. In it were over 100 described insects and crustaceans which had been sent to Linnaeus from various places around the world. Now, some people want to give the credit to Boas.
But we can't, because they're going to hurt yourself.
No. But people really give the credit to Linnaeus because he was a supervising teacher, and it was the student's job to back up the work.
People that help you find arthropods, they help you.
Yes. Now, Charlie, when they're in adult form, they are cool to see, but they don't spend much time here. They only live as an adult for about 2 weeks. And when they're an adult, their only job is to make babies. They really don't even eat. This happens a lot in the insect world. Now let's talk about their looks, Charlie.
They only eat babies.
No, they don't eat babies. Now, when they're in their larval stage, they eat a lot of stuff. Now, they possess a pair of antennas, which the males is longer and feather-like than the females. It kind of looks like a moth antenna. And their head sports 2 large dark eyes and a pincer. And while we discuss that they do not eat, these pincers can give you a good bite if you bother them.
Is there all blood?
I don't think it would make you bleed, but it might hurt. Now, they have a dark brown speckled body, long wings that fold down across their body, and have brown lines that run through their veins on the wings. It is distinguished from their spring fish fly cousins by their coloring and marking. Our summer fish fly we discuss is dark brown with lighter markings, while the spring fish fly is lighter brown with darker markings. The mating will typically happen close to water, since in their larval stage they are fully aquatic. Once the mating has finished, the female will lay her eggs on plants or rocks near water so that when her babies hatch, Charlie, they can confine their way to the water. And they prefer sandy bottoms of slow-moving water. Do we have any of that where we were camping? Yeah, that's why we saw them. Now, they spend a substantial amount of time in this larval stage. Over a year. That's a long time, Char, right? And they are voracious predators. Can you say voracious?
Voracious!
That means they like to eat and go after whatever they can get their jaws on, from tadpoles to other larvae. Now, they are
and they do not eat frogs.
They eat the frog tadpoles, frog babies. And they are colored speckled light brown with a darker colored head.
And they eat their skin.
Don't know. I did not learn if they eat the whole animal or just suck out what's on the inside. That's an interesting question. We'll have to look that up.
What?
So, when you look at them, Charlie, they have these filaments or these like little, they kind of look like hairs coming out of the sides of their body.
And they watch TV.
They probably don't watch TV.
Why?
Now, Charlie, at the front end are 3 pairs of legs that can be used to grab onto, kind of like that, like you're making little hands out of your side. And they can use these to grab onto prey, and the mouth parts can be used to tear into their food. So you, again, need to be cautious when you're handling the larval stage because, well, they will bite you.
Yep, they would definitely bite you. They would hurt.
Yeah.
You would be bleeding.
I don't know, maybe. But they continue eating and eating until they make it to adulthood, where they will crawl out of the water, find a safe space to pupate.
And puke.
Pupate.
What is that?
That means that they're going to turn into an adult. And once they emerge, they will continue this circle of life. That's my favorite word, though. They will continue the circle of life as an adult.
Pupate.
I don't know, because that's what some insects do.
That sounds like pew.
Yeah. Are you ready for this fact, Char? So I read an interesting article for this episode out of the Great Lakes Now website, and was written by Jada Vassar. The article talked about the importance of the fish fly and the role they play in their ecosystem. They are an important food source for many aquatic animals such as fish and even many birds. And once they emerge as adults, they continue to find themselves predated on by birds. Not only are they vital to the food chain, but the article spoke about the importance of them in terms of water quality. The abundance of their larvae in a water is a sign that the water is clean, Charlie. And I'm going to quote right from the article here, and it says, water quality plays a huge factor in these species' habitat and lifestyle, as well as the environment as a whole.
Yeah, because they love arthropods. We love arthropods.
We do.
So that's why we record.
That is why we make this podcast. You're right. And if fish flies fail to sprout for 2 or more seasons in a row, it would be a major concern, end quote.
And you also
Yeah?
can also watch arthropods.
You should always watch arthropods.
And we have arthropods in Jude's room that are died.
Uncle Stefan made us a terrarium with some bullet ants in it.
Standing up watching
Yeah.
it.
Are you ready? We're almost done. So, Charlie, the next time you find yourself by a fresh water source, don't be alarmed if you spot the summer fish fly in their larval or adult stage. They are beneficial insects that you want to see. And you probably will not see their larval stage unless you are looking, which is always a fun activity to do with yourself or kids. But be sure.
And if you're 15.
Sure. But you got to be respectful of the environment and the animals.
You can't say bad words.
Don't say bad words, no.
That would not be awesome.
And you know what you should never do? Don't keep animals in jars as pets. You want to return them back from where they came from very gently.
Yep, or else you're going to hurt them.
But this is a great way to introduce students and kids to the exciting world of arthropods, is getting up close and personal with it.
Worms are not arthropods.
Worms are not arthropods. They are annelids.
Yes, we do not record them.
No. Maybe one day we'll do a special episode. Can you thank everybody?
Thank you!
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have an arthropod you would love to hear about, want to let us know what you think about the show or find a mistake, send us an email at arthropodadventurespodcast@gmail.com. What do we always tell people? Thank you for listening.
Never stop learning.
Stay inquisitive and never stop learning. Now, Charlie, the random fact for today comes from an article I found on Science News Explorers, and it spoke about the ability of young corn plant leaves to smell danger. I put smell in quotation marks because they don't really smell, but they sense that they are being eaten or that danger is coming.
There's a bee stuck on our wood.
There we do have some species of wasp that's burrowing into our house. Now, Charlie, these leaves...
And that's why we built a cage.
We didn't build a cage.
Yes, we did. All
right, Charlie. Now, these leaves smell danger, and they tell the other plants to be ready. Isn't that crazy that plants can communicate?
And they puke.
Not pupate. Leaves don't pupate. We say thank you?
Thank you.